Good evening, you're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The University of Technology and Applied Sciences issues a decision to establish a branch of the university in Musandam Governorate. The Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs celebrates the anniversary of the Prophet's Hijrah in the Wilaya of Salalah. And two international reports reveal growth in the tourism sector in the Sultanate of Oman. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. The University of Technology and Applied Sciences issued a decision to establish a branch of the university in Musandam Governorate. The establishment of the university branch as the first branch of a public university in the governorate aims to serve the residents of the governorate and provide a sustainable educational environment that contributes to the development of various sectors such as the logistics sector, in addition to developing the economic and tourism systems and providing an appropriate environment for learning and research. The branch will start its first academic year 2023-2024 in January during the second semester. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed al-Na'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, received His Excellency Abdullah bin Saud al-Anzi, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman, to bid him farewell at the end of his tour of duty in the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency the Minister of the Royal Office thanked His Excellency the Ambassador for his efforts to strengthen the existing fraternal relations between the Sultanate of Oman and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, wishing him continued success in his future missions. For his part, the ambassador expressed his deep appreciation, thanks and gratitude for the cooperation he received while performing his work in the Sultanate of Oman in a way that strengthens the brotherly relations between the two countries. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed al-Na'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, also received His Excellency Vailali Goueni, Ambassador of the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman, to bid him farewell at the end of his duty as his country's ambassador to the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency the Minister welcomed His Excellency the guest and thanked him for his efforts during his tenure, wishing him continued success. The Algerian ambassador expressed his gratitude and appreciation for the cooperation he received from all officials in the Sultanate of Oman, praising the bilateral relations between the two countries. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed al-Na'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, also received His Excellency Thomas Friedrich, Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman, to bid him farewell at the end of his tour of duty in the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency the Minister of the Royal Office welcomed His Excellency the Ambassador, who expressed his thanks and appreciation for the cooperation he received while performing his works in the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency the Minister also thanked the Ambassador for his efforts to strengthen the bonds of relations between the two friendly countries, wishing him continued success. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed al-Na'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, received Her Excellency Stella Claude, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Netherlands, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. During the meeting, His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed al-Na'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, reviewed areas of joint cooperation and means of strengthening relations between the Sultanate of Oman and the Kingdom of Netherlands. For her part, Her Excellency extended thanks and appreciation to the Sultanate of Oman, praising the strong relations between the two friendly countries, and talks were exchanged in areas of common interest. The meeting comes within the framework of the Sultanate of Oman's interest in the current issues on the regional and international arenas. The Sultanate of Oman, represented by the Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs, celebrated today the anniversary of the Prophet's Hijrah The event was held at Sultan Qaboos Youth Complex for Culture and Entertainment in the Wilaya of Salalah. The program included a visual presentation featuring the biography of the Prophet Muhammad and highlights of his era. An international report issued by BMI, affiliated with Fitch Economic Research Agency, revealed that the recovery of the tourism sector in the Sultanate of Oman in 2022 is stronger than previously expected, with positive expectations continuing in the current year. The report expected to achieve steady gains until 2027 and beyond through the directions of the economic diversifications and the objectives of Oman Vision 2040, as it is targeted to reach 11 million visitors annually by 2040. On the other hand, the report issued by Forward Keys, a global leader in travel data and analytics, indicates that the Sultanate of Oman recorded a 126.7% increase in incoming international flights during the period from the beginning of January 2023 to June 25, 2023. For its part, the Ministry of Heritage and Tourism confirmed that it pays attention to monitoring international indicators related to tourism sector that help to understand market trends and analyze the performance of the tourism sector at the global level and its repercussions locally. The activities of the first summer school for members of the academic staff of higher education institutions in the Sultanate of Oman were opened today at Salalah Rotana Resort under the theme Designing Educational Materials for the Hybrid Learning Style and Learning Based on Competencies. About 50 academics from inside and outside the Sultanate of Oman are participating in the 5-day academic summer school activities organized by Sultan Qaboos University in cooperation with the Center for Community Services and Continuing Education and the Center for Human Resources Development. It included workshops on flexible hybrid learning and learning based on competencies, with the aim of enhancing teaching skills to achieve the requirements of quality education. The inauguration of the event was held under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Muhsin Al Ghassani, Chairman of the Dhofar Municipality. The Youth Center and Vodafone Oman signed a strategic partnership agreement in the Wilaya of Salalah at the Governorate of Dhofar. The agreement aimed to transfer and localize modern technologies and the knowledge of youth and train them in this field, in addition to supporting a package of summer programs implemented by the Youth Center during Kharif Dhofar season for the current year. Italy's capital, Rome, was sweltering under a red alert as temperatures hit as a high 35 Celsius yesterday. The Tiber River water levels have been dropping steadily and have even revealed the remains of a Roman bridge some 2,000 years old. Navigation has also become risky for vessels on the river, while conditions for wildlife have been challenging due to the lack of oxygen and unpredictable weather. Italy's Minister for Endowment and Energy Security said Italy was facing a much warmer future and cutting carbon emissions was an absolute priority. Rome is expected to see temperature as high as 42 Celsius on Tuesday, when other Italian cities could be even hotter. South Korean rescue workers pulled 7 bodies from vehicles trapped in a flooded tunnel as days of heavy rains triggered flash floods and landslides and destroyed homes, leaving at least 33 people dead and forcing thousands to evacuate. Nearly 400 rescue workers, including divers, were searching the tunnel in the central city of Cheongju, where around 15 vehicles got swept away in a flash flood yesterday evening. South Korea has been pounded by heavy rains since July 9th. The rainfall had forced nearly 6,000 people to evacuate and left 27,260 households without electricity in the past several days, while flooding or destroying dozens of homes. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen stressed yesterday while speaking during a trip to India that ending the war in Ukraine is not only first and foremost a moral imperative, but also the single best thing we can do for the global economy. She added the U.S. would continue to cut off Russia's access to the military equipment and technologies that it needs to wage war against Ukraine. Speaking in the capital of the western Indian state of Gujarat, Yellen also advised that she was trying to foster warming relations between the U.S. and India. She also plans to stop in Hanoi, Vietnam, to address supply chain reliability, clean energy transition, and other matters of economic resilience. Yellen said her goals for her time in India were to press for debt restructuring in developing countries in economic distress, push to modernize global development banks to make them more climate-focused, and deepen ever-growing U.S.-India relations. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The University of Technology and Applied Sciences issues a decision to establish a branch of the university in Musandam Governorate. The Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs celebrates the anniversary of the Prophet's Hijrah in the Wilaya of Salalah. And 2 international reports reveal growth in the tourism sector in the Sultanate of Oman. With that, we come to the end of tonight's bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night, and until next time.